So I'd like everybody quickly to visualize something with me. I'd like you to visualize a overweight and unhappy person walking up to a vending machine. As they sit in front of the vending machine, they look at some of the choices. Now visualize his or her teenage self approaching the same vending machine. The teenage version then quickly chooses the high in sugar, high in fat item, which is usually what's found in a vending machine. And what do you think the adult version thinks about this choice? And what do you think the adult then chooses? And what do you think that choice implies? Hi, my name is George, and today I'm going to be talking to you and hopefully persuading you about vending machines in American schools and how these schools and other programs really need to take a stance. A health movement needs to be initiated towards the health of our children, and we need to find a financial solution for the schools as well, because healthy is not always necessarily cheap. And also, we need to start coming up with some healthier snack items. And I'm also going to be talking about some choice incentives for the kids that actually choose right and choose the healthier options. For my first main point, I would like to start with childhood obesity and the productivity of our youth. It's pretty much known to everybody that childhood obesity is on the rise in America, and that this stance really is just not taken lightly. It's a real important topic, especially in America and other countries in the world. According to a 2007 study, 16% of all children that are obese, 16% of all children are obese, and that's up from 3.5% just 4 years earlier. These numbers are staggering. It's really crazy that the childhood obesity rate has risen to the point that it has, and it's something that needs to be really just taken under control. The productivity of our youth is also it's also degrading. When you see kids eat unhealthy items and unhealthy type foods, it really has an impact on their productivity. It slows kids down, it makes them feel drowsy, and their productivity in school then suffers. Now that I've talked to you about childhood obesity and the productivity of our youth, I would like to now move on to the financial standpoint in our schools and some of the health costs for our families and how that affects families across America. So the financial standpoint for schools, it's going to be tough to try to figure out how exactly these schools need to how to budget all their finances and figure out how they can push more healthier items into the school and have a wider selection for our kids. According to a 2002 article, Texas restricts junk food sales in schools. Vending machine proceeds can amount upwards of $700 a month and fund activities in place for the student body. Yeah, the schools, these vending machines, even though they do pack all kinds of unhealthy snack food items, they're critical to the school. It's financially critical to the school that these vending machines stay. But we need to take a healthier stand on this, and other items do need to be presented for the kids, for their health, and for the future of our future, really. Now that I've talked to you about the financial standpoint of the school and how that affects the kids today, I'd like to move on to my last point about some healthier items that we could possibly put into the vending machines after the financial part has been settled. Some healthy items that could be put into the vending machines include water. They include juice, different types of fruit bars, Gatorade, different items like that. Now, no doubt this is going to be an issue for schools and trying to figure out how they can incorporate this. But it's something that does need to be done. We in America we need to take a stance on this, and it's an issue that we've been having for years. In conclusion, today I talked to you about how vending machines in America need to change from unhealthy foods to now healthy foods. I covered childhood obesity and the productivity of our youth, and how that's downgrading somewhat. I also talked to you about the financial standpoint in for some of the schools in America, and how they need to figure out how they're going to push some healthy items into the vending machines, into their schools. And lastly, I talked to you about some of the healthy items that can be possibly put into vending machines for our kids, which in turn would increase the productivity. Hopefully I persuaded everybody that although vending machines in schools and really just other places, that they are beneficial financially, but at the same time, money's not everything, and the health of our children really, it's much more important in the broad spectrum of things. I thank everybody for listening in on my speech, and I look forward to some of your guys' comments. Thank you.